This is Dr. Patrick Dix coming back at you with another video. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Reach out to me on Instagram at King of Automation. Reach out to me also on LinkedIn at Dr. Patrick Dix, and go to my website, the DixConsultingGroup.com. Got tongue tied to look at other videos that I have on there and other materials, and some of the new features I plan to add to my website. The focus of the video today is focus on the task at hand. We now live in a world with unprecedented distractions, and I know it's hard for many people to focus on one thing, but you have to focus on becoming successful. You have to focus on making more money. You have to focus on keeping your health up, and you have to focus on being a better person. The reason why I decided to make this video, I've heard so many excuses from people on why they're not successful, and many of those excuses rely around you can't focus on the task at hand. If you're deciding to go to college, your main focus should be to execute. And when I say execute, you know the plan before you go to college. It's going to require studying. It's going to require materials. If you're going to college in person, or a tech school in person, you're going to have fuel. If you're going online, you're going to have a quiet room to study, computers, other materials, etc. You have to remember, when you want to achieve something great in life, it's going to take extreme focus. If you want to unlock your potential, it's going to take extreme focus. If you want to be the best person that you can, it is going to take extreme focus. Many people, as I said in the beginning of the video, get distracted easily. You are going to have laser focus to be a successful person in this world. It is now 2023. And we're in the month of May. I can't remember where the rest of the year went at, but I cannot tell you that we're only 7 months before we're hitting the year 2024. And a lot has happened in the 5 months. The end of Title 42 is coming for the migrants at the border. The coronavirus pandemic, it's slowly fading away. And emergency political things, I can't think of them at the top of my head, that the Trump administration enacted, and now the Biden administration is declaring the emergency over. That's what it is. And we now have to focus back on the task at hand. So many people have had a break for 3 years to make their life better. Many people have had a break to reevaluate their life and see what direction they need to take. And as I've stated before, many people did nothing with that time. They played around, nothing to show for it. And now you want to point the finger at somebody else instead of pointing the finger at the person in the mirror. This is why focusing on the task at hand and having an executable plan is the best thing you could do right now. We are now in the recession. I think it was on Thursday, the Fed chairman raised the interest rates by 0.25. So I think right now inflation is 5%. It is going to cost a lot of money to live. And regardless of what people say, we are in a recession. Yes, they added 253,000 jobs, but think about this. The wages are higher, but companies are laying off. And there are not many jobs at particular companies that pay a lot of money. The reason I'm saying this is, if they raise wages at a company, yes, it's good for the employees, but they pass those increased rates on to the customers. They also get rid of people and increase hours for other employees, depending on the market you're in. So even though minimum wage may be a thing of the past right now, and they're paying people $15 to $20 an hour, some people maybe only get 10 hours a week, which still equals out to the same amount of money you were making before, minimum wage. I want people to really holistically think about what is going on and don't take everything at face value, but focusing on the task at hand. If you want to be a better person in life, you have to focus. If you want to make your health better, you're going to have to focus. If you want to get in better relationships, you're going to have to focus. Everything in life requires you to focus on that particular task until you complete it. One of the great measures if people are successful is if they can start something and finish it. And I'm going to use the analogy of people saying school is not important, college. Many people say this, but if you go online and you earn a degree, right now I'm just going to speak about any general degree. I'm not going to go into particular STEM degrees, etc. One of the things when I did my live stream the other night I came across was a college degree shows that you can start something and finish it. How many people do you know start and cannot finish? You may be one of the people listening to this video or the replay, or you might be listening to a replay from my live video at some point in time, but I want you to think about it. How many people start and can't finish? And we're going to take this to relationships. Men and women love to date people that had never started anything and finish it. If they can't start a job or start a degree and finish it, how are they going to be a feasible partner for you in a relationship or marriage? We know these things about people and we still decide to get into a relationship with them. You can't change people. You can't change their past behaviors. So if somebody has already had a bad record of not completing anything, why are you going to try to come into their life and make it better? You need to find someone that can actually start things and finish it. Focusing on the task at hand is essential. That's how I made myself successful. That's how many of the successful people I know are very successful. You take something, you get a plan for it, you dwindle down on it, and you execute. Executing is big in life. And I'll give you another example. People see people practice sports. People see race car drivers practice. But what people don't think about is those 6 to 7 days, the 6 to 7 days for preparation. Sorry, got tongue tied. The preparation days are what set you up for the actual game day. When I played football, we would practice 4 days a week. And on Friday nights is when the actual execution and the game plan came together. It was only 10%. If you really think about it, the 90% was the practice, getting in shape, making sure you knew your blocks, making sure you knew the plays. The other 10% was executing. You can win in life strategically if you have a great plan and you take all the time to cover your X's and O's and you prepare correctly. Oh, excuse me. If you prepare correctly, you can overcome many odds. I want people to think about that. When you get to the end and you prepare correctly, anything that comes up, you can overcome it. I'm a living testament of this. In project management, they have a model called waterfall, and they have a model called agile. So those are the two things people use in project management. Waterfall is everything is just falling down simultaneously, continuing to go. Agile means you're on your feet. You can adjust to what's happening. You have to be agile in life. You can't be a one-way thinker, and you want to be successful in the world we're living in now. I am telling you from experience, a lot of people are not going to make it, not because they don't have the wherewithal or the ability to do it. They are not focusing and they are not preparing. Preparation is key right now. Take the time to be by yourself and think about how you want your life to shape up, because I can tell you from personal experience, there are going to be some rough times ahead of us. You have time to get ahead of this. I talk about automation and AI eliminating jobs, and I also talk about other elements about how expensive it is to live. You do not want to find yourself in a survivorship. You want to be able to provide for yourself, and you also want to be able to provide for your family if the time arises. Again, focusing on the task at hand was the title of this video, and I just wanted to reiterate that. Focus on the task, make sure you execute, make sure you plan, so when problems arise, you can adjust and you can still conquer. Again, this is Dr. Patrick Dix, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.